How's it going, everybody? I am Marcus from Any Ohio Life. We're here today on National Mac and Cheese Day. And I've got my assistant, my sous chef today, Liz.
Hello.
And we're going to have fun this next hour. You want to tell them what we're here to do?
Yeah, so as you said, it is National Mac and Cheese Day. So we thought, what better way to celebrate than making mac and cheese for you here, and we get to eat it, which I'm really excited about that part. And you've been on this mac and cheese journey, so this is kind of the culmination of all of that, right?
Yeah. I visited 11 different restaurants in the greater Cleveland area, trying to find the best mac and cheese in town, and now I'm going to make mine. You know, I think I had a good time, and I picked up a lot of things from the different restaurants, so I think now it's time for me to show my culinary skills off.
So do you think you've already tasted the best mac and cheese in Cleveland, or are we about to taste it tonight?
Well, we'll definitely taste the best one tonight, but I think I've narrowed it down to my top 3. I'll share that at the end of the stream, what I thought my favorites were. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. We hope you stick around. We also have a fun game to play while we're whipping up this wonderful mac and cheese dish. We're going to test Marcus's skills and see if he can remember, just by looking at a picture, 11 mac and cheese dishes. So I feel like it probably gets a little monotonous. You know, there's noodles, there's cheese, there's toppings, but can you recognize them just with a 5-second clip? We're going to find out.
We're going to try.
So, seems like we have a lot to do. Do you need help?
So the first things we're going to do is, step 1 is make sure that your knives are sharp. You don't want to work with dull knives. That is the most dangerous thing you can do. I have a sharpening stick, because I'm kind of fancy.
Very fancy.
But you can also sharpen with what's called a whetstone, and I also have a like a sharpening rack at home. So the first thing we're going to prep is the cheese. So shredded cheese is the best way to make your mac and cheese, just because it melts easier. But you don't want to buy a bag of shredded cheese, just because they add a potato starch to it, and it stops it from melting as well. So shredding your own cheese is the way to go. Today we're going to use cheddar, sharp cheddar, and a pepper jack, because that is one of my favorite cheeses, and I think that it's going to pair well with the toppings. Here we have 2 8-ounce bricks of each cheese. We've already started shredding them, but you can go ahead and finish shredding those.
Great.
And I am going to work on cutting up the jalapenos. So this mac and cheese is going to be grilled chicken, jalapenos, and pineapple. It's a sweet heat, and it's
so not too spicy, right?
It's not too spicy.
Okay.
It's so for people who don't really like spicy things, it's got a little bit of a kick, but it's not going to burn your entire mouth.
Okay. All right. I think I can handle that. And we've got the pepper jack cheese. So
and we got the pepper jack cheese.
Yeah. All right. So while we are starting to get cooking here, I think we should start in on our game. So take a second from those jalapenos. Don't slice your fingers off. And we're going to look at the first clip and see if you can name that mac and cheese. Let's see it. Ooh, that one looks tasty. I like the look of that one. Okay, thoughts?
So the topping looks like a mushroom bacon, and I know that was a topping at least 2 of the vegan mac and cheese spots I visited.
Narrowing it down.
So that narrows it down to 2. But judging by the shape of those noodles, I'm going to say Cloak and Dagger.
All right, Cloak and Dagger, final answer?
Final answer.
All right, let's take a look.
It is.
There we go. So tell me about vegan mac and cheese. I mean, I know we did a video on it already, but kind of go into a little bit more. I mean, obviously there's no cheese in it, but how does it taste?
So I will say that I was super skeptical at first. I'm not vegan. I've never really partaken in any vegan foods, really, at least on purpose. But they were so good. It was very cheesy, and they wouldn't tell me their secret. So Cloak and Dagger, Chef Todd, shout out to Chef Todd. He keeps his secret recipe under wraps. What they were able to tell me is that they use a cashew cream base, and that was surprising to me because I thought it was going to be nutty. I thought it might be a little bit grainy, but it was absolutely none of those things.
That is awesome. And you said there were some other vegan ones, so we'll get into that later. But let's get back to your mac and cheese. So you're slicing jalapenos, and then you diced them also?
Yeah. Okay. So earlier I diced some jalapenos so I can put into the mac and cheese. I'm slicing them to put on top as just a garnish.
Okay. Two different preparations there.
Two different preps.
All right, what's the word on, this final piece of cheese where I'm going to slice my fingers off if I try to shred it here. So, I mean, I can just eat this, right?
I think that's called the last bite. So that's
your
yours.
official term?
That's my official term.
Cheers. There we go.
There we go.
All right, pepper jack is shredded. So, what is it? Pepper jack and
sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar. Okay.
So normally, if I'm just making a standard mac and cheese, say my wife wants to live out her childhood fantasies and have Blue Box for dinner, the best cheese to really go for is American, believe it or not, because it binds the other cheeses to the noodle, and that's how you get the cheese to stick on, and it doesn't really have that strong of a flavor. So if you pair it with, say, a cheddar, or I like to do fresh mozzarella in mine, those flavors will come out, but those cheeses will bind to the noodle more because you have that American cheese.
So when you're doing this at home, you're doing a blend of cheeses.
You're
not just
I can't think of a time where I've ever used less than 2.
At least 2.
At least 2.
All right. So why no American cheese today then?
I'm trying something new. I'm working off of a recipe kind of based around a method by J. Kenji Lopez Alt. His name's a mouthful, and I can never remember the whole thing, but it's J. Kenji Lopez Alt. He's a fantastic chef, and so this is his method, or at least part of it is, and then I kind of put my own spin on it. So what we're going to do first, really, is while you're still shredding that cheese.
I'm getting close, I promise.
We're going to put our pasta into an empty pot.
Okay. I don't know where he's going with this, but I'll trust you. What kind of noodles we have today?
So these are my absolute favorite noodles. These are Campanelle noodles. I wanted to get fresh pasta, but I couldn't find it in time. But this is the next best thing. This is the noodle that I give a 5 out of 5 to. Ooh. And that was a very much sought after rating while I was doing my mac and cheese journey.
You encountered a lot of different types of pasta.
Yeah, there was a lot of different types of pasta. When you think of mac and cheese, you kind of think of elbows. And a lot of people went with cavatappi because they hold a lot more sauce. Okay. I had a couple that were shells. And then I also had, I believe it's called orecchiette.
But little hats, right?
Orecchiette.
Oh, okay.
Close enough.
Someone can,
if you're Italian, please don't kill me.
In the comments, let us know on the pronunciation of that one.
So for this pasta, you're going to put it in the pot, and then you want to fill it with cold water until it just submerges everything, and then we're going to boil.
All right. When you get back from that, I have another video to show you and test those skills. So we're 1 for 1 right now. I hope you're keeping track because it's a lot of mac and cheese to keep track of, so we'll get to it. So he's getting that cold water. We'll fire up our hot plate. Okay, so yeah, just barely.
Yeah, just
covering it
barely
up there.
covering.
And this size pot is preferred.
It is preferred today because we're making a double batch.
Good, I'm hungry.
We're gonna be kind and feed the crew.
That's nice.
But while this is cooking, we've got our cheeses shredded.
Yep.
We've got our jalapenos cut. While this is boiling, we're gonna start on the panko breadcrumbs.
Oh.
That's a really nice topping that you can add that adds a little bit of crunch.
Okay.
So to start, get our heat up just a little bit. And I will preface this by saying cooking times may be varied just because this is a 2-burner. It'll be probably a little quicker on a gas stove, or I'm sorry, a little quicker on an electric stove, even quicker on a gas stove.
Oh, okay.
So monitor your cooking times if you are doing this at home.
It doesn't seem like it's an exact science here in the Any Ohio Life kitchen.
It is not. I would say that cooking is way more. Here, I'm just doing it.
You're doing it.
If we were baking, though, that is, you have to follow that to a science.
Yes.
Luckily, I am not a baker.
Neither am I. I'm excited about this. Okay, so while that's heating up, let's take a look at our next video and see if you can guess that mac and cheese. Let's see it. Oh, all right. Something on top. I can't quite tell what it is, though.
I know which one that is. Man.
Oh, it was an early one, I think.
I think that was the first day of shooting.
Wow.
And we did, oh, you know what that is? That's grape jam on top from Fat Cats in Tremont.
There we go. All right. That final answer, Fat Cat?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
All right, let's see it. What do we got?
Fat Cats.
Go. All right, tell me about that grape jam.
Okay, so I was so scared of the grape jam. I saw it on the menu, and it came out, and it just added a whole nother layer of flavor. So kind of what we're going for today with the pineapple, it added a really nice sweetness to it. Yeah, and pineapple pairs really well with jalapeno, so the sweet and spicy aspect of that. It is getting kind of hot. Okay.
Kind of hot.
Just making sure.
Good. That's what we want. We need a little heat
We
in
do.
the kitchen. Yeah, we do.
So now, let's move this out of the way for now. I'm going to get started on the chicken preparation.
Oh, we're adding a little chicken.
We
I
are.
feel like I'm just finding out about this dish little by little. Okay, there's jalapenos. Now there's pineapple. A little bit of chicken. We're heating up here. What are we doing to this chicken?
So the chicken, you will want to, if I can get the packaging open.
That would help. That's a good start. Good old stab method.
They make these impenetrable. So you want to pat the chicken dry.
Okay. And what cut should we get? What are we looking at here?
You can use chicken breasts, chicken thighs. If you like a little more flavor, the chicken breast is going to be very lean. Mm-hmm. And I feel like for the way that I am preparing it, it's going to hold up a little bit better to the almost blackened.
Oh,
That's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. As opposed to like chicken thighs or.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Warming?
We're getting there.
Okay.
Things are happening. Slowly but surely. I see some bubbles.
Okay.
Very tiny ones though. It It might be a while. Should we take a look at another video?
Let's go ahead and try another one.
All right, so 2 for 2. Let's see if we can keep it going. Let's see that next video. Next, mac and cheese. Ooh. There's that Cavatappi.
Yeah, that, so I only had 2 buffalo mac and cheeses,
Okay.
and that one looked like real chicken, so that rules out the vegan buffalo mac and cheese. That was from Melt.
You're sure? You seem very confident.
I'm very confident in that one. That
Okay.
was a very, very good mac and cheese.
That was, if I recall, a member of the Clean Bowl Club.
It is a member of the Clean Bowl Club.
Yes, that was a tasty one. Obviously, Melt is well known for their grilled cheeses, but you tasted the mac and cheese. You were a fan?
I am a huge fan.
All right, well, let's see if that's even the right guess. I guess we should start there. Let's see. There we
Melt.
go.
So Melt's cool because they have multiple locations. We went to the one in Lakewood. I've also been to the one in Independence. That's closer to my house. There's one in Akron. I believe they have a couple in Columbus now.
Wow.
They are just expanding, and good for them because they deserve it.
Expanding our waistlines.
Expanding
too,
our
a little
waists,
bit.
yeah. I'm gonna wash my hands. If you could rip a couple paper towels for me.
Absolutely. All right. How's 3? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. You look so professional in your chef's jacket and your
Appreciate it.
apron. I did not come prepared for this today, I guess.
You gotta dress for the job you want, I suppose. And I want to be a person who cooks and eats mac and cheese.
You're nailing it. You're really doing a good
So you
job.
want to pat the chicken dry because when you put it in the pan, you don't want it to be wet.
What would happen if it were wet?
Usually you'll get some spatter,
Oh,
especially if you're using oil to cook the chicken.
so it's like a safety issue, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
for safety.
All right. We can understand that. We can get behind that.
So you always want to season your chicken before you cook it. Everybody out there, make sure you season your chicken.
You hear that? And what do we got? Just salt and pepper?
So I'm starting with salt and pepper.
Okay, we're starting.
Starting with salt and pepper.
I feel like I should be taking notes. Maybe someone at home is, and we can share those notes. Watch the video back.
All right, so a little bit of salt,
Nice dusting.
a little bit of pepper. So here's where the fun seasonings come in. Garlic powder,
Who doesn't love garlic powder?
and that comes out way quicker than I needed it to, but that's cool. A little bit, and then I like to hit it with Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. This is the more spice, so it's got a little more of a kick to kind of pair with our jalapeno.
Okay.
Pan feels like it's getting close to ready.
Oh yeah, there's some heat going there. So we're adding another layer of some spice in here.
And then I like to hit it with a little bit of lemon pepper as well, just because it pulls out a little bit of a tang, but I don't want to add too much since I don't know how well lemon and pineapple go together.
I have no idea, but I guess we'll find out. That's
We'll
pretty
find out a
well
little bit.
seasoned chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
So we're going to sit this to the side
Okay.
and then work on our breadcrumbs.
I've got room over here.
So with these breadcrumbs, here, I'll have you do it.
Oh, okay.
You want to put one of those, 1 tablespoon of the butter into the pan. Let that melt down just a little bit. It's going to smoke, but it's all good. And then you will add your breadcrumbs.
Do I need to let the butter melt all the way?
Not all the way. You
Okay.
can add the breadcrumbs.
All
yeah.
of them?
Yep. We're going to toast off about a half a cup. I think we're using a little more since we're making some for everybody.
That's That's
And
nice.
then you're gonna hit it with some garlic powder.
Okay, this one comes out fast, you said.
Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Great.
And then a little bit of salt, not too much though.
A little more?
A little more. There we go.
There we go. Following
And
direction
then
too well.
you're gonna stir it. So we're just toasting them.
I have never toasted breadcrumbs before. I feel like some people make mac and cheese and then they put breadcrumbs on it and then they put it in the oven, but we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I grew up eating mac and cheese. I like it, but I just love a really creamy mac with, I enjoy putting chicken, sometimes broccoli, jalapenos like we have today. I don't know, there's something about, each one has its own purpose. I think there are, like Thanksgiving, give me a baked mac and cheese, but
Okay.
I feel like that's my holiday treat, you know?
Only on the special days.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a pretty good meal. I'm excited about this. I showed up hungry today, so I'm very much looking forward to this.
All right, so I will have you give it like a shake.
Oh, okay. All right. You're testing my skills.
Testing
here.
your chef's, there we go.
Yeah? A little shake. That's about
Just
all
so
I
it evens out on the bottom. And then I'm
Okay.
gonna have you add another tablespoon of the butter.
got. Into here?
Yep.
Okay. I do like how much butter we're using here. All right. Plopped that in.
Yeah, and then we just keep
This is
stirring
just
that.
enough. Keep stirring? Okay. Should we look at another video?
Yeah, let's check another one out. I'm gonna turn the heat down just a little bit.
All right. So, what did we do? 3 so far, right? 3 for
Yes,
3.
3.
All right. Let's
3
check
for
it
3.
out. Number 4.
I'm going
Here we
11
go.
for 11, so.
We'll see.
Oh, I said that and I have no idea. Oh, wait, no, I do.
Okay. Well, there were 2 dishes there.
There were
What-
2 dishes there.
Okay.
So speaking of baked mac and cheese kind of being my holiday dish,
Yes.
that one I know for sure is Frederick's in Warrensville Heights. I ordered the side of
You're
yams
confident.
because at holidays with my family, I take a bowl of mac and cheese and I put the candied yams on top and eat that.
Ooh.
And I saw that they had that on their menu, and I was like, I have to do it this way.
So you kind of like did a choose your own adventure
Oh,
over
yeah.
at Frederick's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it is Frederick's, right? I mean, let's check. I'm pretty sure he's right too. Let's check it out. There we go.
Frederick's Wine and Dine.
Yes. So it looks like they have really, really good mac and cheese.
It was fantastic.
And that's an elbow, kind of a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say, I was giving mid scores to elbow
Shake?
mac and cheese. Yeah, give it a shake.
Oh, mid noodle scores.
Yeah, mid noodle scores, just
Okay.
because I'm looking for, and we'll see. I'm sure we'll see those a little later. But some people had homemade noodles. Some people had really cool shapes.
Yeah.
I was really looking for a wagon wheel noodle.
Oh, yeah.
So if any Cleveland restaurateurs are watching,
We want the wagon
we want the
wheel.
wagon wheel mac and cheese. Brittany says, "When are you making me mac and cheese?"
Oh.
Soon. So these are nearing completion.
They're kind of little golden brown.
Yeah,
It's smelling really
smelling
good.
amazing.
Yeah. I mean, garlic powder, butter. What's not to like?
It's all the makings of amazingness.
Yes. Okay, you're 4 for 4 on this game. I feel like
4
we're
for
on a
4.
hot streak right now.
Let's go ahead and put these back in the container. We'll save them for later.
Okay. And the butter too?
The butter, yes.
Okay.
So we will use that for the chicken.
Sounds good. We got our cheeses ready to go. I noticed there's a package of cream cheese.
Yeah, so
That's playing a part here too.
it is. So cream cheese is going to be used to make things a little creamier.
Just, it's all in the name.
Yeah, I mean, it does add a little bit of a tang, but that is all kind of balanced with the other cheeses and whichever seasonings you end up adding.
I'm getting excited about this.
This bowl is kind of awkward, so I spilled a lot of these crumbs. Don't be like me, guys.
We're gonna make a mess, you know. We're probably gonna clean it up too, so it'll be fine.
All right, I'm gonna wipe this bowl out. These are done.
Should I adjust the heat at all?
We're gonna leave it on
Okay.
just so it stays hot for the chicken.
Chicken is looking ready to go. So, when do we get to the pineapple? Because I'm very curious about this pineapple. mac
So
and
the
cheese.
pineapple is kind of the last step before you eat it. That is, you don't want the pineapple to be too hot. So you're not cooking it on the pan with the chicken and with the breadcrumbs or in the pot with the pasta.
Okay. Just a little bit of extra
Yeah.
at the last moment. All right, I think I can handle that. I didn't like pineapple until like 5 years ago. I feel like I've really
Really?
been missing out. So I'm still new to it. So putting it on top of mac and cheese
Okay.
is
It's a huge step for you.
it's a really big step for me.
Um,
I'm glad everyone could be here for this.
I will say that one of my weakest points in culinary school was keeping my area clean, but the chefs would be super proud today. So we've got that
Good. I'm
going.
glad we're recording it. Gotta keep a clean station.
So that's still hot.
Great,
We are going to add 1 more tablespoon of the butter.
great.
And for this, you can use butter or you can use olive oil or any kind of seed oil. We typically, at my house, use avocado oil. It's a little less, or not less, it's got a higher smoke point. So it won't burn as badly.
Compared to like olive
Like
oil or
canola
something.
oil,
Okay.
olive oil. And also olive oil is just not that great to cook in, I've heard.
Oh.
I don't know that for a fact, but I've heard that it's not as good to cook in. So there are healthier oils to use, like the grapeseed and avocado oils. So that is cooking.
But today we got butter.
Today we got butter because we're eating mac and cheese. We have to kind of throw our diets to the wind.
Yeah, we're not counting calories today. That's not really happening.
All right, so the butter is melted. We are going to start putting that chicken in the pot, or in the
Yeah.
pan.
Here's the chicken for you.
Actually, if you want to give the noodles just a little bit of a stir, just so nothing is sticking.
Okay. No sticking yet.
Cool.
I feel like they're starting to soak up some of that water.
Perfect.
I've never boiled noodles like this before.
Really?
Like, yeah, I feel like I've cooked rice like this maybe, but not a noodle before. So
It's
I'm
kind of the
excited.
same. It's kind of the same concept, where you just bring everything to a boil and then let it simmer to soak up the rest of the water. So here we go. We're going to put the seasoned side down because we're going to season the other side as well while they're in the pan.
Oh, so you're not like flipping them over on the plate and.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That gets messy.
Did the light turn off here? It's still hot, right? Technical difficulties. Well,
Oh, we'll find out when
we'll find out.
they don't boil.
It's heating up. It's warm.
Okay.
It's happening. Should we take a look at another one of these mac and cheeses?
Yeah, I'm ready for the challenge.
All right, we did 4.
All right.
You got 4. Number 5. Let's take a look at it. Okay. No toppings on that one. That might be tough to nail
Ooh.
down.
Can I see that one again?
All right, we got to roll it back. Let's take a look at that one again. Oh,
Oh, okay.
do you know what you're looking at?
So I'll be honest, and I don't recognize it from the mac and cheese.
Okay.
I recognize it from the table that it's on.
Okay. Whatever helps to narrow it down.
Because that was at the Van Aken Market Hall, where it's multiple restaurants and stands in one area. So they have cool like long tables, communal tables, and things like that. So that is Scorpacciata over in Shaker Heights.
All right, let's see if he's right. You're very confident with these. I thought this was going to be a harder game. There we go.
So Scorpacciata is really cool. They make their own pasta, and it was fantastic. I got mine topped with sausage, I believe, and then they put breadcrumbs on top. So I got about half of the chicken in this pan. Don't want to overcrowd it. But they put the breadcrumbs on top. It was fantastic. I believe he was the owner or the general manager. We sat and chatted with him for a while, and it's a really cool spot. They also have a pizza stand as well with the same name.
Nice. That one looked really good. I feel like it was kind of unassuming, but
yeah. It was. I believe all of their pasta is gluten-free, which was a high selling point for a lot of the people. We spoke to a lady who was in line with us, and she had never been there. She had just moved to town, and we saw her as she was leaving. She said, "This is the best pasta I've had." And so,
some high praise.
It is. It is. So I feel like we did it justice by the rating we gave. Definitely one of my favorites.
5 for 5. I feel like you're going to get all 11 now, because now you've narrowed them down. You're almost halfway there. It's going to be good.
I may have forgotten some of the ones I've been to.
I think it's somewhere. They're memorable enough. And if you haven't seen the videos, go take a look. We've got, you're eating just all the mac and cheese. I'm sure we missed some. If there's other mac and cheese out in Cleveland that we need to try, we can do it. I think you can do it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm living somebody's like biggest fantasy and dream by going to all these places.
And eating mac and cheese.
And eating mac and cheese.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like? So you're seasoning the other side.
Seasoning the other side now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of garlic.
I like garlic. I'll take that piece.
You take that one?
Yeah. 5 for 5 on this game. I'm just so impressed. I thought it was going to be a harder challenge.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think this is starting to boil.
Finally.
It's happening. I do like the look of this pasta. I don't know if I've ever had it before.
Really?
What's it called again?
It's called Campanelle.
Campanelle.
I don't remember.
They're like
Where
little
I've seen it.
flutes, I feel like, that'll just hold the sauce so nicely.
Yeah, like a little cup.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Can you tell I'm really hungry?
You're very hungry.
Yes.
So tell me about this aversion to pineapple. Why didn't you like pineapple?
I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I feel like I just tried it, and I think maybe I just never had good pineapple.
Okay.
Ohio, maybe the pineapple crop is not the best here.
Touche.
But now that it's in my life, I'm very happy. I think it can be an overwhelming flavor, which is why
sure.
I was questioning this. Because, summertime, you get a big fruit salad, there's pineapple in there, and then everything tastes like pineapple. You don't taste the watermelon, you don't taste the honeydew, like it just all kind of tastes like pineapple.
I agree.
So I feel like I just still kind of eat pineapple solo, so I'm a little nervous about it on my mac and cheese.
I think you'll enjoy it. If you don't like it, you can kick Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy, our audio guy. Great work.
So in a normal stove oven top setting, you would cook the chicken breast for 5 to 7 minutes on each side. We're gonna cook it a little bit longer just because we are working on these smaller burners.
Okay.
We are getting some boil in there, so that's good. We'll let it boil just a little bit so that more of that water is gone.
Should I stir it?
Let's hold off on stirring it for now.
Okay. Getting
I just want to see if it'll help it to boil a little more, a little
Okay.
better, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident. You want to go to another?
Let's do it.
Let's do another.
All right, number 6. The 6th mac and cheese. Let's take a look at it. All right. Ooh, we've definitely got toppings.
Okay.
A twisty kind of noodle.
So, those were the shiitake mushroom bacon on top. So that's another
Okay.
one of the vegan spots.
All right. You've got a good eye. Which one, though?
So I've got 2 to choose from.
Cloak and Dagger, off the list.
Cloak and Dagger's off the list, but I believe. Actually, you know what? That's Cleveland vegan because I'll tell you when we get to the other one.
right,
But that's Cleveland vegan.
Cleveland vegan. Is he right?
There we go.
There we go. Oh,
I
look
love
at
that frog.
That's a cute little frog. Okay, so tell me more. I mean, we've got another vegan mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Another mushroom topping.
So what was crazy to me is that all 3 of the vegan mac and cheeses tasted completely different. So like Cloak and Dagger to me had like a very fresh taste. It felt like floral almost. The Cleveland vegan one, however, I got the buffalo mac and cheese, and so it was very hearty. They had broccoli in it. They have their own. I forget what exactly they called it, but it was supposed to be like the chicken cutlet.
Okay.
I think it was some kind of pea protein kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But they topped it with the shiitake mushroom bacon and drizzle of their homemade ranch. And it was so good. That was, I like spicy things, but that was very spicy.
Oh, okay. Are we doing that spice today?
We are not doing that spicy.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, that one was a little too spicy.
All right.
I think these ones
6 for 6.
might be done on this
got-
side.
All right, so we're flipping the chicken. Almost.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Remember, that's my piece. Very
Okay,
garlicky.
okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to keep track of it.
So we're
So,
not going to get as much of a sear on these as I want to. That's when you turn the heat up really high and cook it really quickly to get a good char on it. Just because this doesn't go as hot as it needs to, but it is going to cook them through.
okay, that's what we want.
That's all we need.
We want cooked chicken. It's good to have.
Safe to have.
Yes, safety first, everybody.
This side is going to need more
Oh,
time just
yeah.
because it's off the burner, really.
Can we shift a little, or?
Careful shifting it, but I think we can. A little more. There we go. All right. Cool.
What's next?
What do we have?
Where's the recipe? Is it just up in your
The
head?
recipe's in my head.
Okay.
So I studied the J. Kenji Lopez alt recipe and took out things that I didn't think I'd need and put in things that I thought I could add. So yeah, it's all up here. I did write it down, so after all this is over, you guys can enjoy it and make this at home. It has all of the ingredients listed and everything that we used. But yeah.
Seems like a pretty simple recipe. Like, there's nothing crazy that I wouldn't be able to find
No,
at the grocery store. Like, I'm not having to go to like specialty stores or anything to,
Not at
to
all.
find this stuff. Probably seasonings and things you already
Yeah.
have at home. So
a lot of the seasonings you have, this Creole seasoning is one that I found, might have been Walmart.
oh wow.
Everything else I've gotten from Aldi or Giant Eagle or grocery store like that.
I
So
love Aldi.
everything, yeah, same. Without turning into a commercial for them,
Yeah.
most of everything was bought there. So they had really fresh pineapple, really fresh jalapeno. They had the blocks of cheese to grate.
Remind me why we grated them instead of just buying the bag, because buying the bag is like a lot quicker.
Oh, for sure. And you can use that, but the shredded cheese in the bags comes with a potato starch on them. And that potato starch is used to kind of preserve them to like, so they don't take in moisture while they're sitting in the bag. But it also prevents moisture from like heat from melting the cheese fully.
Oh.
So you do get kind of clumpy mac and cheese.
Oh, we don't want that. We don't want the clumpy mac and cheese.
Let's give that a stir. It's
Okay.
looking a little bit done.
Getting close.
Awesome. So what we will do,
This is looking good. I know it's just noodles, but it's looking good already.
so I'm thinking, normally I wouldn't drain the pasta, but it looks like there's a little too much water in there
Okay.
for what we need. So I'm gonna have you hold that over the sink, and I will take my
Got your towel
trusty
and
towel.
everything.
Safety first, guys. Just drain a little bit of the water out. Cool.
Do we need this again?
We will not need that.
Oh, great.
So while the chicken's still cooking, and you want to make sure that it's cooked all the way through at an internal temperature of 165, just so you don't get salmonella, because nobody wants that.
No, thank you.
But now I'm going to grab the evaporated milk and shake it really well. Want to open it?
Sure. Test my can opening skills.
I have bad luck with can openers, so I'm passing that on to you.
Oh, it does say shake well on the can, so, we're just following instructions.
Oh, I shook it.
Is it like a can opener horror story? Like, should we not share?
I have broken 3 can openers in the last year and a half.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or what the case is. So for the amount of pasta we use, we're actually going to use a can and a half of the evaporated milk.
Okay.
We're just going to pour it in and give that a stir for me. Go ahead and open this one while you're doing that.
Good luck.
Godspeed.
So we're just adding like another sort of creamy element here, right? Okay.
I love this can opener, and if it disappears, it wasn't me, guys.
You have a lot of pockets in that jacket, I
That
noticed.
is very true. Just gonna add a little more. There we go.
Just kind of eyeballing it.
Yeah. So I think total it is 18 ounces for the amount of pasta that we used.
Okay.
And each can is 12 ounces. So
Okay.
about a can and a half of that. Normally you would use 6 ounces of pasta, 6 ounces of cheese, 6 ounces of evaporated milk. And that makes, I want to say 4 servings. But we've got a lot of hungry people here. I think you'll eat probably about a pound of it on your own.
Yeah, just about.
Cool.
Yeah.
So from here, let's check on our chicken.
Getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Flip that around so it hits some of the hot spots. That one is not getting there.
Slow and steady with the chicken here.
There we go. That's how the tortoise won the race.
Exactly. Should we look at another mac and cheese?
Oh yeah, let's go to another one.
All right, so we're six, right?
I think 6, yeah.
I lost count. But let's look at another one. Here we go. continuing our mac and cheese. Ooh, okay. Looks like some elbows there. Nice little dusting of something on top.
Okay, so those were breadcrumbs on top.
Okay.
I remember that one. I believe I said it tasted like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Wow, the memory.
Yeah, that is.
I know
I
this
can't
one.
remember the name. Hex Cafe. Hex Cafe
All right, let's see
over
it.
in Ohio City.
Is it Hex Cafe?
There it
is.
Oh wow, I had my hair blown out for that one.
You did. Got a new hairstyle going on. All right, so it tasted like a grilled cheese. Was that a compliment?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I love grilled cheeses. It was a member of the Clean Bowl Club for a reason.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I forgot that detail.
There we go. Let's give that a stir.
Okay. So it's still like on high heat, right? Like we're just
Yeah.
keeping it going. Is that just because of these burners?
Yeah, I
or-
think it's just
okay.
because of these burners. Normally, you would, once you add the evaporated milk, you would want to simmer it.
Okay.
But because these aren't working as well as we want them to.
We might be able to get a simmer. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
we got a boil going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll just take a second. All right. You're doing really well at this game. I was not anticipating that. We have 4 more to go.
Just want to keep it rolling.
Yeah, let's do another one. Let's see. Number 8? 7? I don't know. I lost track. Let's look at the next one. Ooh, okay. We got some classic shells there.
So this one, we actually weren't allowed to film inside of the restaurant.
Oh.
So they gave us a to-go container.
Okay, all right.
As I sat on a park bench and ate. That was from the Winking Lizard.
Okay.
The Linking Wizard.
The Linking Wizard. How was that? That's where you had the mac and cheese bites.
I had the
too.
mac and cheese wedges there, yes.
Wedges,
Which
excuse me.
those I've had before.
Okay.
Those are like a comfort food, like, you know, you go out, or before you go out, you stop and before you go out, you stop and grab some mac and cheese wedges. That's the base coat for your night of drinking.
There we go.
And there you go. But yeah, the shells, they were nothing special. I gave them points because they were shells and not elbows.
Okay.
It did seem like they added some extra spices to it, paprika, garlic powder, more pepper. But all in all, it just felt like it was out of the box, kind of frozen.
Oh. Not the.
So nothing crazy.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting some color on there.
Oh yeah. Yours is hanging in there.
My very garlicky piece of chicken. Well, you're just doing so well at this game. We only have 3 more to go, I guess now. Should we take a look at another one while this chicken's, or do we have other tasks? I don't want to derail our cooking.
No, right now we're just kind of waiting for the chicken to cook.
Okay.
And then this to come back up to, oh, actually this might be ready.
Ooh.
So what we're gonna do now is add in the cheeses.
Okay, great.
And we're gonna do that just like a handful at a time.
Okay.
So you wanna start with the cheddar.
Oops. Okay. Why? Just 'cause?
I like orange. I don't know. Normally, if you were using an American cheese, you would add the American cheese first, just so it can bind to the cheeses.
Am I stirring in between
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
handfuls? Okay.
And you can do bigger handfuls than that.
Okay. I don't know if I should be dainty about it.
Oh,
Am I
no.
waiting for it to all melt down, or just
No,
keep
you're
going
just
with it? Okay.
stir it in a little bit and then keep adding.
All right, this is starting to look like mac and cheese. I am very excited. Okay, should we look at our next video while I'm
Let's-
cheesing over
Let's
here?
do it.
Okay, let's see our next contestant. Ooh, that's a tasty
we go.
looking one. Simple,
That
yet
one.
effective.
So that is the third and final vegan mac.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was debating between the two on the Cleveland Vegan video, but I knew that it wasn't this one, which is Forage Public House over in Lakewood, because they used turmeric in their cashew cream sauce. So the whole thing was a bright yellow. I don't know if you could see from the video, but it was a bright yellow. It was really good, especially if you love turmeric.
Which do you?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't. It's not my go-to spice, but I don't hate it.
Okay.
It adds a nice depth of flavor to a lot of things. So yeah.
So no other toppings on that one, but just some more interesting
I think they had green
sauce.
onions on it,
Okay.
but yeah, the sauce is what was the star of that dish.
Awesome. Wow, you were really killing it at this. Okay. So everything's starting to melt, slowly but surely. Melting in the bowl a little bit too. Okay, I'm really starting to make a mess now. Whoopsies.
Let's see. Oh, we're getting some color on some of these other ones now.
Nice.
Plate for the finished ones. Dump the rest of that.
All right, we'll get it all in there. Okay. Ooh, this is starting to smell really good too. Chicken smelling good.
Cut in, make sure.
Okay. Should I do the next cheese?
Yep.
All right, same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Should we look at number 10? 9? 10? Let's look at the next one. Let's see these mac and cheeses. Ooh, look at that cheese pull. That's a good one.
Okay. I remember that one. That was our third one of the day. I was so full.
3 in the same day?
3 in the same day.
Oh gosh, what a hard
But-
day.
But they a long, laborious day.
Yes.
But she brought it out on the plate, and it was like my stomach instantly became empty. I was like, I'm ready for this. That is Zanzibar over in Shaker Heights on Shaker Square.
All right, is he right? You're just so confident. It's Zanzibar. I don't even question
Zanzibar.
it. I'm like, yes.
You know, they also gave me their famous soul rolls, which were collard greens, beans, corn, and like a zesty sauce to dip it in. They were so good.
Oh my gosh.
And admittedly, I'm not really a fan of collard greens,
Oh.
but I ate every single one of them.
That looked like a pretty classic mac and cheese. Did they throw any curveballs at you with that one?
I don't believe so. I think that was like pretty straightforward. I believe that was a baked one.
Okay.
It felt pretty baked.
Oh, this is looking so good. Oh, that's like a big block of cheese. It's really melting down and all coming together really nicely.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It's really great. Okay, I think we've got 1 or 2 mac and cheeses left. And it seems like this dish is really coming together.
Oh, beautiful.
Just a little more cheese, a little more cheese. Oh, and the cream cheese too, right?
Yes, the cream cheese.
Just as a whole block, or should I?
You know, I was thinking about that. We can probably get away with putting half the block in there.
Okay. We shall do that. Okay, this is like, my arm is starting to hurt. Like, it's so thick and cheesy now that like it's getting harder and harder to stir, which, oh man, that's some good looking mac and cheese right there. All right, so that's a real cheesy spoon now. Cream cheese. So you just said just half probably?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just do half, because it's still pretty creamy.
It's very creamy.
Honestly, we might even be able to get away with like a quarter.
Quarter. Okay. I'm just gonna use one of these. Let's see. Just throw in a little chunk. I feel like I'm just taking a page out of your book now, just kind of eyeballing it.
There you go. That's what half of cooking is.
Just testing it out.
Feeling it.
All right. I just put that huge hunk in there, so it'll just melt.
Yep.
Okay.
You just keep stirring it. Do you have a tasting fork over there?
Yes.
And try this first piece of chicken for you.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, that's perfect. Well seasoned.
Yeah.
It's not dry. That's good.
It only took 35 minutes.
We did warn you though, and the timings might be. Seriously, this is like an arm workout right now.
Ooh, do you get some of the kick afterwards too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can taste that little bit of Cajun seasoning in there. Sometimes, chicken can seem boring, but I feel like that was really tasty and easy. Like, it didn't take long to make it taste good.
No, just remember, season your meat, whether it's chicken, pork, beef, steaks. Beef is steak, I guess. Lamb, whatever meat you're cooking, just make sure you season it.
What about fish?
Yeah.
That too?
That is a meat.
We're not excluding it. I think it's oh no, I still see the block in there. It's getting mixed in.
Oh, that is super creamy. I don't know
I'm
if you
telling
guys
you.
can get a shot of this, but
It's so thick. Oh my gosh.
so now we are actually going to add the seasonings to that while you continue stirring.
Okay. I'm gonna have to switch arms.
So I did 2 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning.
Yeah.
Just throw that in.
Same one they used on the chicken, right?
Correct. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And then a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper.
I'm not as good at stirring with my left hand. Okay.
So for seasonings, you want to make sure you're tasting your food. Because you can always add more, you can never take anything away. So like start with small amounts and then add more if you need it.
And you kind of doubled this recipe too. So,
Yes, I
yeah.
did double the recipe from the one that's going to be posted at the end.
Say someone's at home and they're just making, that box of mac and cheese. Could they still add seasonings like this and kind of spice it up at home?
You know what? That is encouraged, actually. I grew up eating Kraft Blue Box mac and cheese, like I'm
too.
sure so many people did, and I used to take my bowl, scrape it onto one half of a piece of white bread, put another one on top, and eat it like a sandwich.
A mac and cheese sandwich.
But as I got older, I'd add like garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. I like spice, so I added like red pepper flakes, and it just became this thing,
Yeah.
So definitely add seasoning. You can even add toppings to that. We used to do broccoli. My mom would make us the mac and cheese and put broccoli in it so we'd eat our vegetables.
Yeah. Any way you can, right?
Any way, any means possible.
Yes.
All right, a few of these are looking pretty done. I'll leave those in there though.
Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It looks
looking
so good.
Gorgeous. You want to taste that again? Or taste the mac?
Sure. Thank you.
Fork or spoon?
Spoon. Is that a debate? I feel like whether you use a fork or a spoon with your mac and cheese.
I don't think so.
I feel like people have opinions on it. That is so tasty. There's a little bit of a kick. Is that the Cajun
Yeah.
seasoning? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's really good. I think it
That's
needs
really-
like a touch more salt though.
okay. Whatever the chef wants. Stir.
Give it a little stir. And so I'm probably not going to cook this other half of the chicken, but we will.
Can't stay here all night cooking.
Exactly.
I am very excited about this. Okay, I think we have one more mac and cheese
Okay.
to look at. So we've
And
gone 10 for 10 at this point. So let's see if
even
your
know where
memory
else I
holds
went.
up for this final mac and cheese. Ooh, all right. Cavatappi,
Oh,
breadcrumbs.
I think I'm stumped actually. I'm going through my. Oh, you know what? That's the very first one we did. That
Really?
is Southside over in Tremont.
All right, is it Southside? Feel pretty good about
is
it.
the
There we
Southside.
go. And there were some toppings with that one too, right? Well, it was sort of a side dish.
Yeah, I think it was pulled brisket, maybe?
but
I
looked
can't
good.
remember.
Some type of barbecue.
Yeah, some kind of barbecue. It was either pulled pork or pulled brisket.
And that was the first
The
member.
very first member of the Clean Bowl
The
Club.
Clean Bowl Club.
We started off strong.
We really did. I mean, there's some good mac and cheeses in the greater Cleveland area, but I have to say, this one looks really, really good.
I'm
very
hoping
excited
it
to have
lives
more.
up to some of those.
Well, I haven't had those other ones, so I just have to take your word for it, I guess. But
All right, so we've got our serving pan here.
great.
So whenever you feel like you've stirred it enough, we
Stirred it
can
enough.
dump it in here.
Okay.
Or actually, let's mix in the jalapeno
Ooh.
bits. We can cut the heat on that as well.
Okay. Turn it off. All right, so we're adding in the jalapeno.
Giving it some nice color.
Yeah, really brightens it up. Makes it look nice and fresh. Okay, heat is off, but there's probably some
Oh yeah.
residual heat still.
And then we're gonna add your arch nemesis, the pineapple.
All of it.
We don't have to do all of it.
Okay.
We can
I'll
go in
let you.
sparingly.
I'll let you shake it in. I'm nervous. All right.
Let's start there.
Okay. Baby steps.
Yeah, we need a little more.
Well, now that they're in there, it's like you can't even see them. People have strong opinions about pineapple. It's not just me, pineapple on pizza.
I feel it. And you know what I say to those people? You're wrong.
Just not holding anything back. Okay. I feel good about that.
Cool. So we can. Here. If you want to switch places with me,
Sure. Yes, you do.
just... Oh, that's beautiful.
Right? It looks so good.
You want to do a final tasting before we pour it in?
Sure.
All right.
All right, gotta get a piece of pineapple in there, right?
If you can find one.
I know. They're kind of hiding. Ooh, it's hot.
Okay, okay.
Got a little crunch from the jalapeno. I think I did get a piece of pineapple.
Okay.
Or the juices have just...
The juices, yeah.
Yeah, because there is that sweetness. This is really good. Oh my gosh. I'm excited to have an entire bowl of it.
All right, so, and then I'll probably move the chicken to the bigger burner.
Okay. Get those last bits out of there. Oh my gosh.
Spoon over there.
Yep. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is looking so good. And it's been pretty easy.
Oh yeah, it's super quick. Put that back on.
Outside of like stirring, I feel like stirring was the hardest part because my arm was just getting sore.
Move that back up there.
Yeah, we definitely made, just a little bit of a mess, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Cutting our chicken.
I think it is almost time to cut the chicken.
Awesome. Oh, it's smelling really good in here too. Very excited about that. What did you put under your cutting board?
I wiped it down so that after I rinsed it so that it was dry, and then I put the towel underneath so that the cutting board doesn't move around when you're cutting, because that is also very dangerous.
Aww. Yeah, I feel like I've definitely had that happen before. There's chicken for you. You're cutting something and it just slides out.
Just slips out, yeah.
It's a good way to end up in the emergency room, which we don't want.
We do not want. We do
No.
not condone the unsafe use of cooking utensils.
We just have to say that.
That back to you. I feel like these might be good.
Okay. I trust
We
you.
can always cut it and
And find out.
throw them back in the pan if they need to.
Yeah. So normally you said you'd like to get like maybe a little more color on there.
Yeah, almost like a, like if you had blackened chicken or blackened shrimp or anything like that. I like to get that kind of sear on it.
Do you want it low or off?
I think we're good, so we can turn that off actually.
Okay.
And then here's the true test. There we go. It is perfectly cooked.
Yay! A little longer than expected, but
Oh yeah.
we got there. The
Like
end
I said,
result.
yeah, like I said, normally you should cook these like 5 to 7 minutes on each side. I'm just doing a quick dice. Going to throw the chicken on top there.
Oh, just right on there. How does it feel that your mac and cheese journey is coming to an end?
Kind of sad, you know? I gotta find another food to try.
I think there's no shortage of that in Cleveland. I feel like
Cleveland has some of the best food
I
in
feel like
the
you could
world.
even go back to the same restaurants
And try other things on their
try
menu.
other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't go to any mac and cheese specific restaurants, so all these other places had really good things on the menu that we wanted to try while we were there. Southside specifically, I remember they have chicken and waffles on their menu,
Ooh, that sounds good.
which might be going back for that. Hex Cafe has some of the best burgers in town. They just have such a wide variety of them.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Melt, obviously, the grilled cheeses.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's starting to smoke. We'll take that off.
Well, Don't want that. Still a hot pan.
Let's see. Frederick's, the mac and cheese there was kind of just a side dish. It wasn't quite the main. Yeah. So they have a ton of stuff there that you can try. I actually plan on going back there very soon because it's very close to where I live.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I feel like if anything, it's just giving you some new restaurants to add into the rotation.
Definitely a lot of date night restaurants.
I don't know if I'd want to eat mac and cheese on a date, though. That's like maybe not the best date food. Like that's like we're 5 years in, we're sitting on the couch with our sweatpants, we're ordering them to go.
Touche.
I guess maybe not a first date,
Yeah,
That
definitely
might be
not a first date.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tons of good restaurants, though. I definitely need to try these mac and cheeses in person.
You do.
I've been staring at the videos of them, but it's time to taste it. Are we gonna mix the chicken in, or is it just?
I am going to.
All
I didn't think of that before we took it off the heat, but
That's all good.
it's all good.
I didn't want to overcook it. As far as all the timing and stuff, it wasn't an exact science, but.
Yeah, and again, that's gonna come with knowing your oven, knowing that if you have an electric stove or an induction burner like this, it is going to take a little bit longer than if you had a gas stove, just because open flame will cook it a little bit quicker than
If
just
someone
metal
wanted
plates.
to it is summertime. Fire up the grill outside. They could grill their chicken too, or.
That's actually a really good idea.
Mm.
Somebody mentioned cooking some steaks later. Made me want to go and grab my grill. And
So the next time we do this, what you're saying is we should be outside with the grill.
there we go.
Making
I'd
some
be
more
down for
food.
that.
I mean, I'm down to do this again, just so I can eat all of this, because I'm very excited about it.
Just make
Getting
sure.
the last of the chicken in there. Didn't quite get to all of our chicken, did we? That's okay.
No, it's all good. I
That
feel like
looks like
this is
plenty.
enough, though.
Yeah. Looks very good.
Cool. Let's go ahead and stir that in a little bit.
Okay.
Bring it closer.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna make a mess.
And then we've got our toppings here, the pineapples, the jalapenos, and the breadcrumbs that people can kind of add on their own. But I
A la
will add a
carte.
little layer of the breadcrumbs on top.
All right. It's pretty mixed in without me making a complete mess.
Cool. And the one thing I did forget was the Dijon mustard.
Oh, Dijon.
It adds a tanginess to it.
Mm-hmm.
But we did add the cream cheese, so we did get tang in that sense. Dijon is going to be an optional step. You just add a tablespoon or so.
Okay. When you put the other seasonings.
When you put the other seasonings in, yeah.
Oh, it was so close.
It's so close. More of a Cleveland Brown Stadium mustard myself, but
Dijon has its place.
it does have its place. All right, so we're gonna give you the very first taste.
Yee.
Let's do it. A little bit of breadcrumb on top.
Oh, it feels like so long ago now that we
That we
toasted our
toasted these.
breadcrumbs.
You remember me, guys?
Yeah, it's us. So we'll just get a little crunch with these.
Oh yeah. You can add more if you want to.
Okay. All right. I'm very excited. Here we go. Mark
You
says,
want to try it both at the same
oh,
time?
okay. I'll wait.
Let's.
I'll try to be patient.
I'm just stalling so that she can not eat.
Feels
Taking
good.
my sweet time.
Yes. Knowing that we, slaved away here.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. It's really so good. A little bit of that heat. Very creamy. Nice and cheesy. I do like these noodles too.
Mm-hmm.
That little crunch from the jalapeno.
Man.
I think I'm gonna need about 3 more of these teeny tiny little plates. This is very good.
I surprised myself, honestly.
Compliments to the chef. I think we did it right. National Mac and Cheese Day, that is. I feel like we celebrated in style. This is like just so inventive. I wouldn't have thought to put these combination of things together. It's really exciting.
Thank you.
Tasty. Thanks for celebrating National Mac and Cheese Day with us. They can get this recipe, right? They can make this at home?
The recipe is going to be up as soon as this is over. If you make it, send us a picture, tag us in it.
Yes, please.
And or if you're on TikTok, you can make your video and we'll stitch it.
Yeah, we'll judge your mac and cheese.
We'll judge yours, yeah.
All right, we're gonna go keep eating. So, see you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.